Hey guys, Thrasher here. Dragon Ball Legends added some new content, that added some new equipment, minor changes to PvP, reset the PvP ladder, as well as some new missions. Let's get into it right now. Okay, first thing you're going to want to do, since we're now in a new PvP season, is go over to the PvP area and make sure you collect your rewards for last season. Then you can start working on this new season. But the first thing we should do is go look at the news and see how they've changed PvP just a small amount. Let's go over to news, and let's go ahead and open up the Space-Time Duel news. They have changed it so we no longer get Goku Z Power, we now get the Red Extreme Krillin Z Power when you win ranked matches. You also can get this new golden Shallot equipment. It's pretty decent. Shallot is pretty underpowered compared to most characters in the game right now, but I think there's a very good chance that they're going to make him a better unit in the very near future, probably in the next 1 or 2 content updates. So I do recommend that you farm for this. You're going to get a lot of these anyway because you're going to be doing PvP, as we'll see as we go through the missions here in a minute. But that's pretty much that. Here are the event mission rewards that we're going to get as we go through these event missions here in a second when I show them off. Nothing crazy here. The only major thing is that there are new training items with the new gravity machine, and there's 1,000 crystals that you can pick up and some Zenny. Not a crazy amount of Zenny. 1,000,000 Zenny you can make pretty fast just by doing the Frieza event to farm golden equipment, so I wouldn't say that's anything crazy. The season rewards are pretty standard the way they have been. Most people end up in the 30 to 40 range, I would say, so you're going to get somewhere around 700, maybe 1,000 rare medals. If you get up to battle rank 50, awesome, you can get up to 2,000. This is pretty much the same as it was last season. The ranking rewards are for anyone that gets to the top 1,000. You get more rare medals and you get chrono crystals. Nothing crazy there. And then here they're just explaining what you can get with rare medals. Spirit Bomb Goku, we talked about that a long time ago. The other important things, these are all nothing crazy. The other important things to PvP, I'm not going to open it up in the other news announcement, but they did change the streak bonus. So as you get winning streaks, you do get a little more RP now than you did before, and they also changed the matchmaking system. Now I've only done 5 or 6 PvP matches since this update came out this morning, so I can't talk about how great the matchmaking is so far, but I haven't run into any bots, and everyone that I've fought has been very close to me in their actual rating, so it seems like the matchmaking is working better than it was before. Okay, so now let's go look at the actual missions and see how you get these rewards and the other rewards that you can pick up. So let's close this out, and we will go over to mission. And I've already cleared out my daily missions, so those are going to be completely gone. There are more Z missions for the new hard levels that came out. So Book 5, all of Book 5 is out in hard mode. Book 5 Chapter 6 is the best experience in the game now, period. So even if you're doing the experience events, the Stage 2 Cybermen Experience event is less experience per energy than Book 5 Chapter 6. In fact, all of Book 5 is better experience, but Book 5 Chapter 6 is the best in the game right now, which is good because Book 5 Chapter 7 and Book 5 Chapter 8 are a massive pain, and I will show you why in just a second. But let's go over to the events and look at the missions that we have to get done. Okay, so the big thing, most of these are pretty standard, really easy. You read them, you're going to know how to do them. The big thing is inflict over 2 million damage with Rising Rush in the Frieza event. So you have to do it in the Frieza event. I was getting lots of questions about the 1.5 million. I made a video about that. I'll make sure to link it in the description if you don't know how to do these yet. If you follow that video, it will easily get you over 2 million. So you'll have no issue completing all these. The rest of these are pretty standard. Just battle with Krillin, battle with Goku. The cool thing about the Krillin and Goku and a few other missions in here is I believe they're either bugged or retroactive. I don't think they're bugged. I think they're just retroactive. But essentially what it's saying is you have to battle using Krillin a certain amount of times in the Frieza event, battle using Goku. All I did was battle with Krillin and Goku in the Frieza event 1 time this morning, and what you'll see is if I click Get Rewards, it automatically gives me the Goku 3 times. So if I click Krillin or Goku again, boom, Goku 5 times. So I think it's completely retroactive. So that's just something to keep in mind. You just have to do it once and it should cascade all of those. The other missions you have to do, you have to play PvP and you have to win PvP a certain amount of times. And you'll see how many it is as you go down through here. I believe it's 50. Yeah. So play PvP 50 times, win PvP 30 times. These do not have to be ranked matches. You can do casual matches for these, and that's true of the play PvP with red characters. All of these play PvP ones, unless it actually says rated match or ranked match, you can do it in casual. And there's nothing else really crazy on the mission side here. That's pretty much all you have to do. Make sure you go back to the Frieza event and you start collecting equipment as well. So there's going to be quests for the bronze, silver, and gold. Like I said, as you go through these, you'll see exactly what you need to do. I don't think there's any more crazy, hard to understand or hard to complete missions in here outside of the Rising Rush stuff, which I will link in the description. So the last thing to mention, which I did touch on for a second there, is there are new hard mode missions, and some of these are very hard. I have not attempted the last two yet, but they are borderline ridiculous. So Book 5 Chapter 7 is the second to last mission that you can do in the story mode right now, and there's a level 1200 unit. In the very last chapter, Book 5 Chapter 8, there is a level 1500 unit. So you are going to have a rough time doing these with level 1000 units, which says to me that very, very, very soon they are going to increase the level cap. I'm willing to bet it's going to be with the next content update, and if I were a betting man, I would say that that's probably going to also bring Android 17 and 18, possibly Android 16. Also, there's a new scout battle for Yellow Hero Goku. Nothing crazy about it. Pretty standard. Click on it. You can do it 5 times a day. It gives you Z power. The first time you do it, you get 100. Every time after that, you get 20. It's probably not the best use of energy other than just completing all the challenges. Once you complete the challenges, I would only use energy on this after you have everything else done and you have no other reason to use energy. So that's really all there is to this content update. Make sure you get your new hard mode missions done. Do Book 5 Chapter 6 if you're trying to level a unit and you want the best experience possible. Make sure that you do your PvP for your PvP rewards, and make sure you're farming your Krillin Z power so we can get those Z medals once you get them maxed out. If you guys like this content, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.